and welcome to the Apex Chamber of Commerce 2019 Candidates Forum. I'm Stephanie Connolly with Apple One Employment Services and also the 2019 Chair for the Apex Chamber of Commerce. I'd like to start off by thanking tonight's sponsors, LG Jordan Oil Company and Promotional Partners. And I'm proud to introduce Larry Jordan, who'd like to say a few words.
Thank you. I'm not going to take up the time. This is not about us. This is about the four people who've been sitting up here at this table. I just want to say that the LG Jordan Oil Company is proud to sponsor this tonight and welcome all of you here. And just to say that this is our 95th year of business in Apex, 95th year of serving the Apex community. And my daughter Amy is the fourth generation of the service president of the company, so I'm proud of that. And I just want to say welcome to all of you. Hope you have a good forum.
Now I'd like to introduce Olivia Scott, who's the owner of Promotional Partners.
It's a very impressive legacy there, Larry. So Promotional Partners has happened to be a sponsor tonight. We're glad that you came out to learn a little bit more about the candidates that will represent you in the town and make decisions for you. And I know that you'll come away better educated and know exactly who you want to vote for. And we appreciate that because I don't live in Apex, so you have to vote for me. So I'll be interested to listen to the candidates as well. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you so much, Olivia. Now on to the program. Tonight's moderator has more than 35 years of experience in government, politics, association management, issue advocacy, campaigns, and fundraising in North Carolina and Washington, D.C. It is my pleasure to introduce Joe Stewart.
Thank you very much. I'm delighted to be here tonight. As you heard, I've had a lot of experience in politics. I was asked by the Chamber to come and serve as moderator for this event tonight. A little bit about my background. I live in Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm not an Apex resident, but Chamber Executive Shannon and I got to know each other when I was running a nonprofit political research organization. He came and did some presentations for the Chamber. And so she was looking for someone to help moderate this event and had a little experience in politics but could serve as an objective party to the proceedings. Tonight's event is intended to provide you as voters in this election a little insight into how these candidates see the issues and what their priorities would be should they be elected into these offices. This is not intended to be a debate per se. It's intended to provide each of these candidates an opportunity to answer a series of questions. Each will have the same time to answer each of these questions. It will provide you, I think, at the end of the day, some greater sense of how they see the issues that are facing this community. So without further ado, let's have the candidates come on stage, and we're going to start tonight's proceedings with allowing each candidate 3 minutes to introduce themselves and give what they feel their top priorities would be should they be elected. We'll start at the far left. If you would, introduce yourself and talk about what office you're running for and what your background and experience is and what your priorities would be should you be elected, although I think for you that's not as key an issue, but we appreciate you being here despite the fact that you don't have an opponent in this election.
Thank you. Good evening. My name is Jacques Gilbert and I'm a candidate for mayor of the best place to live in America. 50 years ago, I had the opportunity, I was blessed with the opportunity to grow up in a place that I would go on to serve in for my entire life. And when I say my entire life, I start with my young days of when I was a young man playing basketball in my backyard when Apex was just 5,000 citizens. And after that time, I went on to become a police officer in 1990. And at that time, I made the decision that I wanted to serve in my hometown. I wanted to go back and change my community. Fast forward, 29 years serving as a police officer allowed me the opportunity to serve people. I will always be invested in people, and that's what I want to do as the mayor of Apex. We're faced with many challenges as we continue to grow here. in our great town. But there's one thing we must understand. We can get through it all if we learn to work together. We cannot be islands. We can't isolate ourselves. We have to stay connected. And what I would hope that all of us would do is understand we're not here for personal agendas. We're here for the people. And I look forward to serving you as your next mayor of Apex.
Thank you. Cheryl, we'll start with you next. And just as a reminder to the candidates, we have two young ladies sitting in the front row of the auditorium that have colored cards to indicate how much time is left. For the opening session, you have 3 minutes. When there's about 15 seconds of that left, they'll hold up a yellow card, and then red card means your time is expired. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. First, I'd like to thank Apex Friendship High and our sponsors for organizing this event this evening. I am Cheryl Stallings, and I am running for your Apex Town Council. I am running because I care very much about people, our community, and how public policy impacts the people in our town. I am a native of North Carolina and grew up in the northeastern part of our state in the farming community of Belvedere. After high school, I attended NC State and East Carolina universities. I earned a doctorate degree and became a school psychologist. After graduation, I worked in a number of our public schools, including several in Wake County, before going into private practice. And I chose private practice primarily because of the flexibility that it gave me in balancing work and being a mother. I'm also co-owner of the practice, and thus I've been a small business owner for almost 20 years. 22 years ago, my husband Mark and I chose Apex as the place to raise our son Charlie. We love the friendly town atmosphere of Apex, in addition to the many educational, economic, recreational, and cultural opportunities offered in Apex and the broader Triangle region. Our community, however, is experiencing rapid growth. In 2015, Money Magazine named Apex the #1 small town in America to live. Since that time, our population has risen quickly, from about 42,000 residents to now almost 60,000 residents. While it is wonderful that so many people want to call Apex their home, the rapid growth has brought about negative consequences associated with traffic, roads, crowded schools, storm runoff from clear-cutting trees, and housing affordability. So these are all issues that I would like to address and improve upon by serving on your town council. There are 3 core pillars to my campaign. Number 1 is quality of life issues. Every decision I make on your town council will be grounded in how that decision impacts the quality of life for the people of Apex and the collective good of our town. Number 2, collaborative partnerships. I am committed to working with citizens, town employees, community leaders, and other elected officials to make sure that your needs are met. And finally, proactive stewardship. I am committed to being a good steward of our environmental and financial resources. Having grown up in a blue-collar farming community, I learned firsthand the importance of taking care of the environment and managing our financial resources wisely. So I'm looking forward to this opportunity of spending more time with you this evening and for the opportunity of serving you on your town council. Thank you.
Wes, now you would take 3 minutes.
Good evening. My name is Wesley Moyer, and I'm running for a re-election for the town council. I moved to Apex in 1994 when it was a really small town. I remember when downtown was boarded up, right? And we've grown over the last 25 years to where we are today, and I think it's important that you have a representative on your town council that remembers when downtown Apex wasn't what it is today. Right, growth and development brings us challenges, and in a position of leadership, you have to make decisions sometimes that aren't popular, but they're for the best interest of Apex. Right, and with that growth has brought a vital downtown Apex. Rewind a little bit, I graduated from Apex in 2000, went on to UNC Chapel Hill on a baseball scholarship. I was fortunate enough to play baseball there. My career ended, I moved back here and married my high school sweetheart. Actually, we have 4 kids that now call Apex home, and they're growing up in Apex. And I love everything that Apex provided me in my youth and everything that it's providing my kids. So I hope I have shown you the last 4 years that I care about Apex deeply and I want what's best for everybody in Apex. I want to keep our taxes low in Apex, and I look forward to earning your support here in the next election. Thank you.
Yeah. Terry.
My name is Terry Mahaffey. I want to start by thanking the Chamber and promotional partners and Jordan Oil for hosting this event. It's very important for having these kind of events. People can come out and meet who's running for your town council. I know a lot of people aren't that interested in local politics. It's a struggle to get people engaged, and thank you guys for hosting this. It's very important. A little bit about myself. My name is Terry Mahaffey. I have a undergrad in computer science. I have an MBA. I work for Microsoft. I'm a remote employee. Gives me a lot of flexibility to do, this sort of thing, a flexible schedule. We moved to Apex for a place to raise our family. We chose Apex because of the beautiful area, the quaint downtown, the great school system. My oldest daughter, I have 3 daughters. My oldest is in 4th grade now. My youngest just started kindergarten. I'm running for Apex Town Council for 3 reasons. We put them up: trust, transparency, and trees. Trust is about building trust in our government again. I think that people tend to feel like the processes that we have in place are more about checking boxes than actually solving problems, and I hope to address that. There's a tremendous asymmetry in how development's done in Apex, where as a citizen trying to advocate for yourself in a neighborhood, you don't really know what's going on until it's too late, and I want to fix that. Transparency is pretty self-explanatory. It's about letting people kind of know what's going on. As a citizen, I've been sort of trying to do that on my own to, tell people what's the new developments that are coming up, and one big thing is communication between developers and the town council should be public. I hope to put that policy in place. Trees represents my commitment to environmentalism. Developers they're businessmen, they're trying to make money, they're real people,